to evolve the world into a place where your sexuality, race, and size does not limit you in any way or form. This central idea was the driving force of my project. Fashion is a form of self-expression. Everyone should be able to express their inner self without being judged. The fashion industry is one of the biggest and most powerful industries in the world. It doesn't have the power to change people, but it may have the power to affect an individual's belief. And my brand, called No Label, represents the concept of equality. I use my brand to not only express my interest in design, but to also voice out my opinion and beliefs in our society. Over this semester, I created a gender-neutral clothing line. I designed and sewed 4 outfits from scratch. I was motivated to create this clothing line to challenge the gender norms. Clothes have nothing to do with sexuality. It should not categorize individuals for the rest of the world to easily comprehend them. There have been lots of issues in the fashion industry regarding about the gender expectations and stereotypes. And according to the world we live in today, boys like the color blue and girls like pink. It is accepted for women to wear skirts, and society frowns upon men doing so. I highly believe that clothing should be marketed based on personal taste rather than gender, race, or age. During the times I have spent working on my project, I have achieved quite a lot of successes. I have completed making the 4 outfits that I have designed. In the first outfit, I used fleece for the top, which is this outfit over here, because it gives warmth and comfort. I added 2 zippers on the side to add a little bit more of detail. For the pants, I used twill, which is a fabric with no stretch at all. And I decided to use elastic instead of buttons for the waistband so that it fits to the form of the model. There are also elastic bands on the cuff so that it cinches to the ankles of the models. I decided to make the second outfit more laid back. The top is a loose white long sleeve t-shirt, and I left the neckline and the cuffs and hem so that it rolls inwards. This gives the shirt a more distinct feature. The logo is placed on the left side of the chest, and the pants is made out of fleece, and I also added elastic on the waistband. And it looks pretty similar to the previous outfit, however the difference is that the cuffs are not cinched. In the third outfit, I created another crew neck sweatshirt. This time I added the logo at the back, just a couple inches below the neckline. Okay, turn it. The bottom is a pair of light wash jeans, which is distressed and cut at the cuffs asymmetrically. The last outfit is a simple cotton t-shirt. Here. And the bottom is a pair of black jeans, which I also distressed and added a patch to give a little bit more details. I decided to stick with neutral shades of fabric, and all pieces are not form-fitting so that it fits to a variety of body types. Budgeting played an important role in my project. I spent quite a lot of time figuring out which fabric store is more affordable for the budget that I have set at the beginning of the semester. I also planned the bus route to get to the fabric store and back here at Nelson McIntyre. And the bus rides were not very long, so I never got the chance to fall asleep on the bus and miss my stop. I also created my own brand name and logo, along with a website and social media platforms such as Instagram and Twitter. I chose to market my brand in these social media platforms because they're one of the most popular apps that teenagers use nowadays. I also posted pictures of the outfits in the website. You guys should go check that out. Some of you are wondering why my brand is called No Label, when it is a label itself. What it is referring to is the gender expectations and stereotypes that the society has created. It is the concept of putting no label on what what an individual can or can't do. I have also been successful with sewing in general. Before, sewing a piece of clothing was challenging, but now I am more comfortable with creating a final product. In the process of my final project, I formed a love/hate relationship with a friend. Let me introduce you to the one who often frustrates me and gives me troubles. The sewing machine. I have faced many challenges with this friend. It constantly frustrates me when the sewing machine would get jammed, though I shouldn't really blame it because it is mostly my fault. I believe that the cause of this is the pace of how I'm sewing the product. Sometimes I sew too fast, and this causes all the threads in the machine to be tangled. I also had troubles with sewing the first outfit because of the fabric that I chose. The fabric is smoother than a typical fleece fabric, and so this challenged me to be a bit more patient while sewing. The main challenge I've dealt with is having self-doubt. There were multiple times when I felt unmotivated to finish my project. In circumstances like when I was having a hard time sewing, or when I finished a piece but I didn't like the end results. I'm lucky to be in an environment where support is always present. I was given reassurance and advice that motivated me to become successful. One of the skills that I have earned at Propel is perseverance. The process of creating my project was not a piece of cake. I constantly fail when I'm sewing a clothing piece. Sometimes I'd even have to repeat my work more than thrice to solve my problem. The skill that I have improved the most is communication. A program called Toastmasters increased my confidence to talk publicly. After weeks of constantly talking in front of people, I've become more comfortable with the idea of presenting. It taught me nonverbal skills, active listening skills, and many more. Skills that are not usually taught in a typical classroom. Collaboration played a huge role in the improvement of my project. I created bonds with people that are beyond friendship. This helped me become more creative and open-minded. I found that surrounding myself with people who do not think the same way as I do leads to the best ideas. At the beginning of the semester, we went to an escape room for a group building activity. And that was a very educational experience for me because it taught me how to listen when people speak, how to express my own ideas, and how to make a decision as a group. Incorporating feedback from others also helped the process of my project. Receiving and giving constructive criticism is an important part of learning. Even negative feedback improved my work performance. It taught me what's working and not working. These feedbacks helped me most in the design process, and having a variety of point of views and opinions enhances the future of my project. Before the semester had started, I had already planned most of my future. I was committed to my plan until I heard of a course called Career Development. This course was a part of Propel. We learned about career exploration and self-development. A lesson that stuck with me is when we talk about career paths. I was told that career is not like driving in a highway. It's a road made of intersections, stop signs, and turns. It's perfectly fine for me to take a turn and change my interests. I predict that in the future I wouldn't be scared of change. In fact, I will welcome it in my life instead. Going to Propel has made a big impact in my life. I've experienced many successes and many fallouts as well. Experiences that helped me shape into the person that I am now. I was taught important lessons, and I also learned by myself. Most importantly, I've earned valuable skills that I can use inside and outside of the classroom. This semester was exciting yet educational. I constantly found myself looking forward going to class every day. And each day when I leave the school building, I always take away new information or a lesson with me. Lessons that are not necessarily taught to us by our teachers, but by ourselves and the environment we were surrounded in. That is what makes Propel so educational. It allows students to explore by themselves and along the way, they learn more things than what they have expected. Success is not achieved without effort, and learning is not attained by chance. The only way I learn at Propel is by actively seeking answers and knowledge. By working hard and putting effort in my project, I did not only earn a ton of skills, but I also learned how to achieve success.